As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I'm joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, Meerut, deemed to be university, and its centers of excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today's national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. This webinar is being hosted on every Thursday at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Today is 4th August 2022 on a very important topic: empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products. Let me repeat: empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products, an AgriTechpreneur perspective. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf, and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, let me welcome today's guest speaker to deliver the talk in the 87th edition of this very important national webinar series, Dr. Sharmilee Pratap Mane. Good morning, madam. And she is the founder and CEO of PureMe Organics Private Limited, Director YD Mane Research Center, Advisor the Kagal Education Society, Kagal, Kholapur, Maharashtra. For the benefits of the participants and the guest speaker, so far under this webinar series, the university has organized 86 webinars on the topic, very important topics: role of agriculture cooperative societies and e-governance, blockchain technology-based fishery value chain, a self-contained village, a felt need of the day, spices informatics value chain, lantana camera, a camouflaged treasure trove, smart hill agriculture, a digitalized hill agriculture value system, Mera mobile, Mera marketing, an integrated mariculture, aquaponics, and precision agriculture. Integrated mariculture, aquaponics, and precision agriculture. In short, MAPA biofarms for income revolution. Smart tribal agriculture optimizing value chain. Digital agri-tech and industry perspective. Land resources information system in India, present and road ahead. Weather decision technologies for increasing farm income. Big data in smart farming. Sustainable soil and land management for climate smart agriculture. Understanding market dynamics for increasing farm income. Role of technologies in mitigating crop risk. How to generate additional profit via simple, attractive approaches in farm produce. Adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology. Potential benefits for farmers in rain-fed and coastal agro ecosystems. Realizing the economic benefits of agroforestry. Octosol, organic humic solutions for increasing crop yields and quality while increasing farm income and improving soil health. Closing the nutrient loop. Phosphorus management in protein farming, improving nutrient use efficiency and farm productivity. Artificial intelligence enabled pest management technology for agriculture crop protection. Empowering farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination. Role of mass media. Smart poultry monitoring solutions. Agro-biodiversity, intellectual property laws, agriculture and farmers' welfare, and insight into the issue for Indians' agrarian economy. Manufacture and application of biochar for increased soil fertility and crop productivity. Sustainable integration of livestock with agriculture for Farm income increase. Role of geographical indications, GI, on improving farmers' income, lessons from Asia Pacific region. Dairy Informatics Network Value Chain, a dairy tech startup's perspective for farmers' income increase. Spices Informatics Network Value Chain, a turmeric startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Generating sustainable on-farm income through fintech interventions. Nutrition sensitive agriculture, pathway for increasing farmers' income. Artificial intelligence and data analytics to ensure optimal nutrition in the soil, harvested food that minimizes human disease. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer produce organization. Tech enabling India's tech-starved farmers for manifold increase in productivity and income. Open insurance ecosystem for agricultural producers. Risk management solutions to overcome repercussions on farmers' income, market stability, and food safety. Role of mass media for farmers' income increase, a case study from Green TV. Stack, agriculture stack, open source digital infrastructure for the agricultural ecosystem, a Linux Foundation project. Circular bioeconomy towards resilience. Urgent need for redefining raw materials and modified waste management policies and regulations. AgriTech New Horizon in Indian agriculture. Supporting of farmers for marketing. Supporting of farmers for marketing will only help doubling of income by 2022. Rural transformation for farmers' income increase, case study from impoverished districts of Maharashtra. Mobile enabled software as a service to solve complex supply chain challenges, a case study from daily orders. John Deere's journey in India, integrated precision agriculture solutions. Doubling the income of farmers through eco-agri solutions, revolution. Bayer's carbon farming initiatives. Post-production intervention, maximizing value for farmers. Post-BAFE models of revival of traditional water management systems to enable doubling of farmers' income. Should we adopt farmers' welfare as a new paradigm instead of farmers' income? ICT intervention in agriculture, challenges and opportunities. Democratizing the future of farming, a global experience. Commercial processing of orders. Commercial processing of orders. Next game changer in dairying. Data-driven agriculture and agri-tech startup perspective. Agri-business potential in Moringa. Agriculture income pathways, strengthening links between agriculture activities and nutrition outcomes. Technology, education, research, rehabilitation for the environment. Cultivating dignity for farmers. Model village development programs, a case study from Maharashtra. Market-driven agriculture, need for development of crop-specific strategies at block level. Farmers collective with value addition, a powerful business model for income increase for small and marginal farmers. Lessons from Operation Flood for transforming agriculture and food systems. Sustainable food production. Agriculture marketing in India, defects therein and remedial measures, if any. Small-scale fisheries and their contribution to rural livelihoods. Case study from developing countries. Impacting lives through livelihood promotion and value chain development, case study of Viruthi impact model. Organic spices cultivation for doubling of farmers' income in northeast region of India. Agriculture exports management, imperative of integrating with the global value chain. Agriculture value chain, challenges and opportunities. Dairy husbandry for food security and national prosperity by Dr. Narayan G. Hegde, Managing Trustee, Nisarko Bachar Ashram, Pune. Mushroom cultivation, a way towards self-reliance from agriculture waste and providing nutritional food security to the nation. Subhas Palekar, natural farming, future of farming rooted in Indian tradition. Vision 2025, agriculture and allied sectors viewpoint, doubling income of tribal families through value chain intervention on minor forest producer, a case study from on custard apple value chain from Udaipur, Rajasthan. Unnati Agri, Internet in farmlands, key for prosperous farmers. Jackfruit Informatics network value chain, a needed digital infrastructure for increasing farmers' income. Doubling of farmers' income through integrated agri value chain. Political potential role of minor fruits in achieving nutritional and livelihood security. Fisheries Informatic network value chain, a case study from Manja Technologies. Untapped potential for growth. Co-create solutions to realize gains for farms, household, and communities. Neem tree, sustainable solutions to livelihood, chemical-free nutritious food, and global warming. One district, one product informatics network value chain, the key to unlocking India's potential of agri-exports. Village e-commerce, challenges, barriers, and potentials in rural India. Export promotion of GI-tagged agriculture products from India, issues, challenges, and potential. Doubling Indian farmers' income through indigenous cows, opportunities and challenges. Livestock insurance ecosystem, a necessity for smallholder farmers India. Innovative future farming, need for design of agriculture, which was supposed to have taken place last week, but it has been postponed due to the guest speakers request. Today is the 87th edition of the National Webinar Series, which will be addressed by Dr. Sharmilee Pratap Mane, founder and CEO PureMe Organics Private Limited, on a very important topic, empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products and AgriTechpreneur perspective. Dear participants, please note the keywords: rural farmers, co-creation, value-added products, AgriTech perspective, AgriTech entrepreneur perspective. India is said to be a land of villages. India is a land of villages. Acharya Vinoba Bhave said, India is largely an agricultural country, Krishi Pradhan Desh, and a country of villages, Kram Pradhan Desh, more than 6.25 lakhs villages. It is a foundation of Indian economy. It employs more than 50% of India's workforce and contributes almost 19% of its GDP. And at present, agricultural livelihoods are being severely impacted world over as a result of anthropogenic global warming and climate change. Climate change has both direct and indirect effects on agricultural productivity, including changing rainfall patterns, severe drought, flooding, and changes in the agriculture geographical redistribution of pests and diseases. India's labor-intensive and subsistence-based agriculture sector is particularly vulnerable to this development. India's farming community comprises of about 14.5 crores operational holders, of which 85% farmers have small and marginal operational holdings. Farmers of India are facing multidimensional problems such as price fluctuation, debt, lack of infrastructures, and weather. And farmer needs timely, location-specific, and personalized information for effective control on their production, risk, and then market their produce to identified market opportunities. Many national level programs via Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, Startup India, Stand Up India programs have faced operational difficulties for impacts at farm level and farmers level, that too at small and marginal farmers. Of late, Make India programs through drone technologies are making impact at the farm level. And Honorable Prime Minister's Independence Day address, I would like to quote, which was given on 15th August 2021. He said, I quote, "In the coming years, we will have to increase the collective power of the small farmers of the country. We have to give them new facilities and they must become country's pride. Chota Kisan, Bane Desh Ki Shan." Small farmers become the pride of the nation. And I also would like to quote the reforms undertake towards digitalization of agriculture systems. I was closely associated with the Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022 report 2018 as a group leader for two volumes, volume 11 and volume 12B. Madam, can you put your video on? Volume 11 talks about empowering the farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination. Volume 12B, digital technology in agriculture. Volume 12B talks about 7 mission mode programs, which, it suggests strategic use of digital technology in farming systems life cycle. Volume 12B suggests strategic use of digital technology in farming systems life cycle through 7 mission mode programs, which are they: digitalized agriculture, digital technology and innovation in agriculture, Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, and Startup India programs for transformational reforms in agriculture sector through smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. Digitalized agromet advisories and agriculture risk management solutions. Open insurance ecosystem for the agriculture sector and livestock. Digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning for achieving smart village and smart farming. Digitalized value chain for about 400 agriculture commodities. Digitalized access to inputs, technology, knowledge, skill, agricultural finance, credit, marketing and agribusiness management and to the farmers. Digitalized integrated land and water management systems. And digitalized farm health management for reduction of farmers' loss, which include farmer health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and environmental health. They are all operating as silos through the GIS technology on a village. If these health parameters are mapped, and it is something like an $1 trillion economy, data analytics, big data analytics, AI, machine learning, and blockchain. This alone, the health parameters, health data alone can be a leader. And if this is done, we don't have to do national lockdown in any of the future, diseases due to animal disease virus. Atmanirbhar Bharat, it's a road ahead. It is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, for making India a self-reliant nation, rested on 5 I's: intent, infrastructure, innovation, inclusion, investment. Based on 5 pillars: quantum jump in economy, infrastructure, one that represents modern India, systems 21st century technology driven, vibrant demography and demand, whereby strength of our demand and supply chain should be utilized to full capacity, and vocal for local and make in India for the global. And Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture received its 3rd tranche of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan in the order of about 1.5 lakh crore booster as a booster. 1 lakh crore to agriculture cooperative societies, farmer producer organization, and startups for boosting farm gate infrastructure. 10,000 crores for formalization of micro food enterprises and for following cluster-based farming approach. 20,000 crores for Prime Minister's Matsya Sambada Yojana to pay way for additional fish production of 70 lakhs ton over 5 years. And 13,000 crores to achieve 100% vaccination of cattle, buffaloes, sheep, goats, and pigs. 15,000 crores for animal husbandry infrastructure, and 4,000 crores for promotion of herbal cultivation to cover 10 lakh hectare under herbal cultivation in 2 years, and 500 crores for beekeeping initiatives. Now we have Amrit Kaal led up to 100. And that is for the next 25 years of perspective plan, strategic perspective plan to make India as a new India with, with this vision, complementing the macroeconomic level growth, focus with a microeconomic level, all-inclusive welfare focus, macroeconomic focus and all-inclusive welfare focus at micro level. Promoting digital economy and fintech, technology-enabled development, energy transition, and climate action. Relying on virtuous cycle starting from private investment with the public capital investment helping to crowd in private investment. A blueprint for Amrit Kaal includes Prime Minister's Kadi Shakti, inclusive development, productivity enhancement in investment, sunrise opportunities, energy transition, and climate action, and financing of investments. We have Sustainable Development Goals, 17 goals and 169 targets of UN, and the Agenda 2030, which gives the future we want. Empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products. An agri-tech entrepreneur's perspective, today's topic. Before that, let me introduce the topic properly to the audience. Value chain development is very important. It brings all the stakeholders engaged in the production system on a common platform to contribute their best while ensuring fair deal and transparency. It's very important. It includes all supply chain, input suppliers, technology delivering agencies, scientists directly or indirectly engaged in developing appropriate technologies, and extension officers who are involved in capacity building and providing various services to the farmers. It includes input suppliers, land, water, seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, farm implements, tractors, machineries. Farm process or fruit producers, farm production harvesting, integration, irrigation, climate cultivation. Post-harvesting, weighing, grading, cleaning, blending, certification, transportation, storage, warehouse, milling or food processing, agri-industry, milling, food processing, manufacturing processing, bakeries, and packaging, labeling, and marketing. Consumers is through wholesalers, distributors, retailers, and consumers. One district, one product is a scheme which is supposed to increase the economic growth, employment, and rural entrepreneurialism. And all regions should be able to benefit from a holistic socio-economic expansion to increase exports and manufacturing within the district by attracting investors, create an environment that promotes innovation and the application of technology in the district to be competitive with the international and domestic markets. Today's topic is of very much relevant on one district, one product. And we need to have one district, one product informatics network value chain. This will be the key to unlock India's potential of agri exports. Connecting the dots, agri startups, agripreneurs, and rural innovators. It is very important. Agri-tech startups in India started in 2013 with 43 startups. Now it is scaled more than 1,000 startups in 2020, driven by rising in rural internet penetration, a rise in post-harvest and supply chain losses, and a growing number of investors' interest in the sector. They are now able to solve agricultural problems such as use of outdated equipment, supply chain management, lack of proper infrastructure, and farmers unable to access a wide range of markets with ease. These are all the problems are being addressed very effectively. And according to the latest report, $3.23 billion were invested in agriculture sector worldwide. Of this, 53 Indian agri-tech startups raised $313 million. There is a huge breakthrough for Indian startups, and these figures will inspire young entrepreneurial minds of our country to seek in the direction of agriculture technology. Agri-tech startups are the need of the nation right now. I also would like to quote in the national webinar series of doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, we had about 19 talks in the relevant area. Role of agriculture cooperative societies and e-governance, digital agri-tech and entrepreneur industry perspective, role of geographical indications on improving farmers' income, nutrition sensitive agriculture, agri-tech new horizon in agriculture, Indian agriculture, supporting of farmers for marketing, rural transformation, post-production intervention, agricultural income pathway, farmers collective with value addition, sustainable food production, agriculture export management, agriculture value chain, and integrated agriculture value chain, untapped potential for growth, one district, one product, informatics network value chain, village e-commerce, and export promotion of GI tagged agricultural products from India. And then in international webinar series on open source digital technologies towards a self-reliant India, we had talks by prominent experts from throughout India and the world, seizing opportunities in open innovation and value creation network in the digital world for self-reliant economy by Dr. Jabamalai Vinanji Arachi, former principal advisor to the Director General UNIDO, ensuring food safety and compliance through technology by Dr. Arpita Mukherjee, professor at ICRIA, digital transformation in small enterprises and small businesses of India, mass serialization and anti-counterfeiting solutions to fight illicit trade, young startup entrepreneur, Indian startups, reflections and possible policy intervention needed for scaling up to Gram Panchayat, and open agri network to unlock $1 trillion plus potential of Indian agriculture with smallholder farmers, developing rural entrepreneurship to ensure doubling of farmers' income, leveraging the power of convergence through connecting the dots, agri startups, agripreneurs, and rural innovators, and coconut value chain challenges transforming into opportunities. Coconut value chain challenges transforming into opportunities. And I also would like to quote from the proceedings of the national webinar on post-COVID-19 Sustainable Uttar Pradesh 2025, organized by the Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, with the Indian Center for Food and Agriculture, Agribusiness Management, Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow. On that, the Honorable Union Minister of State, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan, he said it. He talked about the strengthening of one district, one product concept, and Jaggery has been identified for Muzaffarpur district, and that parliamentary constituency he has been representing. And this Muzaffarnagar Jaggery has been, this district has been known for Jaggery. Even though diabetics is a serious health issue, people are moving back to consume Jaggery in view of its health benefits. So he desired Jaggery from Muzaffarnagar district should be marketed throughout the country by adopting quality control and packaging protocol, and invited experts from IIM Lucknow to work out a business model, for Jaggery marketing in the country, and marketing needs to be strengthened. This is the suggestion from the Honorable Union Minister of State for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. We know the benefits of coconut Jaggery, and Idiki Marayur Jaggery has got geographical indication 2019, and Kholapur, Maharashtra Jaggery got GI tag in 2014. One Jaggery from Idiki district, Marayur, got GI tag in 2019, and Kholapur Jaggery got its GI tag 2014. And we also have Jaggery from Palmara, from Tamil Nadu, it's famous. So we have Sugarcane Jaggery, coconut Jaggery, and Palmara Jaggery, and it's got a lot of benefits. Boost the local count of hemoglobin, helps in maintaining blood pressure, ability to purify the blood, preventing joint and bones problems such as arthritis, helps in the maintenance of proper functioning of digestive system, provides nourishment to every part of the body, treating and preventing problems such as ache, pimples and ain, and boost the total count of hemoglobin in the blood. And agriculture value chain is very important. It has a positive impact on employment in both rural and urban areas, of farm processing and income diversification. Off market offers, with this value chain development, offers market access to smallholder and creates business linkages to small and medium enterprises. This is from the UNIDO report. And then a case study on the role of Jaggery and its derived products for the upliftment of farmers in the Kholapur district of Maharashtra. I would like to quote one published paper, in this regard. Jaggery is a traditional pre-processed sugar, which is popular in majority of the world. Jaggery industry has been considered as one of the small-scale and cottage industry. Its production ranges between 5 million tons to 7 million tons. Maharashtra is one of the leading producers of jaggery. Large number of jaggery productions units are located in the state. Kholapur is the main market for jaggery in the country as it stands first in terms of quality and second in terms of quantity. Sugarcane seeds are preserved using age-old techniques by the people of Kholapur, helping in the improvement of its quality. Kholapur jaggery contains no chemicals, is processed with use of any machinery, making it completely organic. Jaggery making plants are generally small units fabricated by local artisans and run by villages in different parts of India. These plants are usually small in size and are responsible for providing employment opportunities to the thousands of people. More than 70% of jaggery is produced in India, but most of the jaggery business suffer from losses. Development of different value-added products from jaggery and their commercial availability becomes the need of the hour to sustain future profitability in the jaggery trade. The development of different value-added products from jaggery and their commercial availability becomes the need of the hour to sustain future profitability in jaggery trade. For this reason, setup of plants near the source of product would help in reducing the operational difficulties and fetch good prices for the farmer in the near future. According to the synopsis of the guest speaker, Kholapur is the jaggery capital of India. Startup PureMe Organics was founded with a vision to create scalable technology through innovation and research, provide a solution for jaggery production through sugarcane and other plant resources, such that it impacts a small farmer at a grassroots level through agro-tech commercialization. Agro-tech commercialization. We have agri-tech commercialization, and here this startup is promoting through agro-tech commercialization. See that our guest speaker, Dr. Sharmilee Pratap Mane, has researched and developed an innovative range of jaggery-based products from sugarcane and alternative agriculture sources which are natural, organic, and sustainable. Her startup has received support from Ministry of Food Processing and Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. She aspires to be a global leader in jaggery products, a leader in R&D, and in innovation for sustainable ways of jaggery extraction from other agricultural resources, and develop an ecosystem for training farmers to engage in organic, natural, and sustainable methods of cultivation for better crop yield and protection of land minerals to build a sustainable future for farmers and our planet. With this background, let us now turn to the address by Dr. Sharmilee Pratap Mane, founder and CEO, PureMe Organics Private Limited, and Director, YD Mane Research Center and Advisor, the Kagal Education Society, Kagal Kholapur, on a very important topic, empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products, an AgriTechpreneur perspective. Today's topic will motivate and galvanize the participants watching over telecast through facebook.com Shobhit University India, youtube.com/Shobhit University in, or linkedin.com/company Shobhit University for establishing food startups at Gram Panchayat level. One food startup at Gram Panchayat to promote and sustain vocal for local to make it global mission based on PureMe Organics. Let us unlock the opportunities in India at the earliest. The country requires 2.25 agri-tech startup or agro-tech startups, one per each Gram Panchayat. Let me introduce guest speaker to the audience, Mr. Manish. Dr. Sharmilee Pratap Mane has a bachelor degree in biotechnology engineering and a master's in business bioprocess technology from Institute of Chemical Technology, one of the leading institutes in India. She secured a 100% scholarship from the Government of Australia to pursue her research work and PhD in chemical engineering from Curtin University, Australia. She has 7 years of research experience in secondary agriculture and agro-processing, authored 6 scientific publications, 13 international conference proceedings, and have 2 international patents. Dr. Sharmilee has won many international awards and grants for her research. Her innovative PhD project in secondary agriculture development was awarded with the Research Excellence Award and Curtin Commercial Innovation Award by Curtin University and Engineers in Australia. Her work also laid the platform for Australian Research Council Grant 2019. After completing her PhD, she returned home to Kholapur, the Jaggery capital of India, and established the Y.D. Mane Research Center, a not-for-profit organization for agriculture and rural development. She is the board member of many organizations, mentor, technical expert for Chamber of Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses, mentoring board member, OPEX Startup Accelerator Private Limited, Kholapur, advisory board member, Dr. Y. Patil's College of Engineering, Kholapur, advisory board member, the Kagal Education Society. She worked as she's working as a founder and CEO, PureMe Organics Private Limited, director, Y.D. Mane Research Center, visiting faculty, Department of Technology, Shivaji University, Kholapur, research mentor, Curtin University, with Australia, casual academic staff, Curtin University, Australia, head R&D Center, Steps Mushroom, Kholapur, lecturer in Y.D. Mane Institute of Technology. Her research area of interest are, vast: agriculture technology, agribusiness, agriculture development, rural development, bioprocessing of secondary agriculture products, design and development of downstream process, extraction, filtration, crystallization, lyophilization, stabilization, and drying, downstream process, design and development. She received a lot of awards and fellowships: Australian Research Council Linkage Grant, recognition and publication of PhD research work, Curtin Commercial Innovation Award in Health Sciences, Postgraduate Research Excellence Award, Curtin International Postgraduate Research Scholarship, finalist for Vijay Scientist Award, Department of Biotechnology Grant of India as a fellowship to pursue MTech in Bioprocess Technology, and Prakaraj Manoj Memorial Award. And her publications in patents are enormous: 3 international patents, 6 peer-reviewed journal articles, 6 international paper presentation, and 9 professional workshops. With this introduction, let me invite Dr. Sharmilee Mane, CEO PureMe Organics, to the National Webinar Series on Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022 to talk on the topic, Empowering Rural Farmers by Co-Creating Value-Added Products and AgriTechpreneur under perspective. Over to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the introduction. First of all, sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
So thank you so much for the introduction. And I would really like to thank Professor Moni and the organizers from Shobhit University for giving me this platform to share my journey, to share my experiences with everyone. So I guess whatever I wanted to talk, Professor Moni has already talked in his introduction about Jaggery and what Jaggery industry is suffering now and what needs to be done. So it will be my small effort to convey like what I'm working on and what needs to be done. So, sir, shall I start with my presentation first, sir? Hello, sir. Sir, your mic is muted, sir.
Please carry on.
Okay, sir. So to begin with, I would like to start with my introduction for 5 minutes. So as from the talk and from sir's introduction, like he has introduced me really well. but I would like to give my brief introduction at start. So I am from rural place, which is Kagal in Kholapur district. It's a place on Maharashtra Karnataka border. So I have completed my schooling, my graduation in the same rural place. And while completing my schooling and graduation, I always used to visit our farms with my grandfather. He was a great agriculturist. I mean, he used to experiment in our farmland multiple times. I mean, I guess 20 years before, he had this stevia, the natural sweetener plantation in our farm, the pacholi, the essence plant. With that also he had planted in our farms. So I always used to inspire with his ideas and the agriculture development, the value addition to whatever we grow in our farm. And therefore I always had my interest in like agriculture or agro processing. So after completing my graduation, I got an opportunity to complete my master's in Institute of Chemical Technology with specialization again in bioprocessing, where I worked on cereal grains and its value addition. That was Indo-Australian research project. And after completion of the project, I got grant from the same university in Australia to complete my PhD. So again on PhD, I worked on secondary agriculture, where I worked on lupin seed. It's a major rotation crop from Western Australia. I worked on its value addition by developing the process for purification of protein from that lupin seed. So while working on this PhD project, I first went there, and my task was to interact with the farmers from Australia. I mean, they were one of the major stakeholders of this project. So I used to visit the farms in Australia. I had interaction with the farmers. And the major difference I saw when interacting with the Indian farmers and when interacting with the Australian farmers was they were way too updated with whatever technical and updatation coming in the same field. I mean, uh, most of the times I used to get scared while interacting with them, because they will be like one step ahead to me in terms of technical information. They used to tell me, no Sharmilee, we need to do like this has already been done by this group. So that difference I saw, and I thought, okay, even if farmers from India are so well known for their farming skills, why they are not updated with the technical things? And that thing was already continuously there in my mind. Again, the second difference which I saw when I was in Australia, Australian farmers took farming as their business. They always look at farming as their, with the corporate perspective. Whereas in India, majoritarily it's like, when I have nothing to do, I will go back to my farm and grow something which everyone else is growing. So that point of view needs to be changed. Now these days, there are very few people who are doing farming with their interest, and that number is increasing. So I'm really glad that people are turning towards agribusiness entrepreneurs. I mean, uh, without the guilt that I have no choice and that's why I'm turning into a farmer. So that number is increasing, and I'm glad for that. Now after completing PhD in 2018, I came back to Kagal, my hometown, and started assisting my father. We have a group of educational institutes in Kagal. We have almost 27 institutes which gives education from KG to PG to almost 20,000 students from underprivileged area. So I was working with my father with academic perspectives, like whatever I learned in Mumbai University, whatever I learned in Australian University, I was trying to do the same things in our organization. And while working with these fields, I again got my major interest in agriculture. Agriculture school is one of our institute. And then with their help, I started Vaidimane Research Center. It's a not-for-profit organization for agriculture and rural development. Now, through this research center, I started interacting with farmers from Kholapur and their families. Now, Kholapur is the biggest agriculture hub of Western Maharashtra. We have sugarcane, we have rice, ragi, then coconuts, we have turmeric, we have mangoes, we have. So I started visiting all different kinds of farmers, like who are rice farmers, who are sugarcane farmers, who are mango farmers, and tried understanding like what are they doing now and what changes they want in whatever they do now, and what updatation they need to do if they need to enter into the mainstream economy. So I started working through this research center. And as sugarcane is the major producer of Kholapur, as sir also said in his talk, so I first took sugarcane as my case study. So like this is our tagline, sweet eat guilt free. So as everyone knows, I don't need to explain much about this slide. It's the major cash crop of India. It's considered as the farmers' economic backbone. Like almost over 60 million farmers and their families all over India depend on sugarcane, which contributes to economic dependence of 15% rural population. It's a major cash crop which has accounted almost rupees 668 billion in Indian economy in 2018, which made up to 82% of gross value from sugar crops in agriculture sector. And as sir also said in his introduction, like Maharashtra is the second largest sugarcane producer, where Kholapur is the major producer of the sugarcane. Now, when you hear about Kholapur and sugarcane, the first thing comes to your mind is Jaggery. So I would like to explain few things about the facts from Jaggery from Kholapur. Like everyone knows, it's a Jaggery capital of India. It's GI tag product since 2014. Recently, by Ministry of Food Processing, it's declared as one district, one product. Kholapur Jaggery ranks first in qualitative and second in quantitative terms. And more than 75,000 farmers and their families depend on Jaggery industry for their livelihood. But in recent times, in last 2 to 3 years, Kholapur Jaggery industry is facing some bitter truths. Like almost 60% of Jaggery production units from Kholapur are shut down because improved technology for Jaggery productions are not there. Therefore, consistent quality products, the value added products are not there, and adulterations in Kholapur Jaggery are going on, where it was famous for its traditional quality. Recently, adulterations are going on to meet the demands by the market, and therefore Jaggery farmers are getting inconsistent rates for Jaggery. So what we are working through PureMe Organics and through our research centers is, like, if we need to start again these Jaggery units, we need to work on giving improved technologies for Jaggery production, which includes automation in Jaggery making process. Like Jaggery industry is highly labor dependent. So if we can bring, it's not like we are shutting down all the labors from this industry, but if we bring automation in some steps, that would really improve the technology of Jaggery production. Again, we need to work on enhancing the efficiency of units by installing small unit operations wherever we can. For example, dryers for drying the bagasse. So we are, through our research center, we are already working on these two aspects. Again, improving the quality of Jaggery. Now, if we need the consistent quality of Jaggery, we need to have the standardized process for Jaggery making. It shouldn't be dependent on the owner of that Jaggery unit. Okay, I will set bricks account or bricks number at this value. I'll set pH at this value. That process needs to be standardized and optimized, and it should be followed by everyone. And that process needs to be standardized considering the quality compliances. Like what quality is required for Jaggery to be called as organic, what quality Jaggery is required by different countries, and what quality of Jaggery is required when you claim it as chemical free. So that standardization and optimization in Jaggery process is needed. So we have already worked on, like from Kholapur district, we have worked with 4 Jaggery units, and we have standardized the process while working with them. And now whatever Jaggery they are producing with our technology. Again, the next point is Jaggery units needs to be associated with secondary businesses, like to make it as cost effective units. For example, whatever bagasse we get, if we combine that with some oilseed bagasse briquettes, that can be a secondary business to sugarcane industry. Again, the sugarcane industry waste bagasse, if we can convert it into box packaging, so that it will generate some revenue to the farmers. And whatever manure we are getting, if we can convert it into fertilizer tablets or fertilizer liquids, that will again add on as a secondary business to the farmer. The next important point, as sir said, to continue the Jaggery industries, the variation in Jaggery products is required. So that will be the focus of our talk today. And again, my last thing is sustainable options for sugarcane. Now, while considering the future water crisis, the question is whether sugarcane is really a sustainable crop. I mean, considering 2040, if we are in 2040 and considering the sugarcane huge requirements for water, whether we are really going for sugarcane in future. So that sustainable options we need to find out for sugarcane jaggery. For this reason, we are working with two research institutes where we are coming up with sorghum as a substitute for sugarcane. Now, as I said earlier, we will focus today on like variation of jaggery products. So for the same reason, we started doing backward and forward survey. Like we went on to farmers and their families. Like we have interacted with almost 120 farmers from 10 different villages of Kholapur district, and we got to know that even farmers are ready to bring these variations in jaggery product or produce jaggery with their to meet the criteria set by quality standards. But the process, the standardized technology, the variation in jaggery products and ecosystem for that jaggery processing was not available. So there is that supply of raw jaggery into the market, but the variations in product is not there. Now the question remains, if there is raw jaggery into the market, why people like us are not using this jaggery in our daily diet? So for the same reason, I started interacting with people around me, the future consumers, and I got to know that even consumers want to use jaggery in their daily diet because of the awareness of the health benefits of jaggery, its acceptability since our traditional ages. But what's stopping them is non-availability of the variation in jaggery products, jaggery standard products at an affordable cost. So there is a demand of value added or varied jaggery products by the consumers, which farmers or cottage industry is not able to supply. Therefore, we decided to work on a startup, PureMe Organics, where we are co-creating value-added jaggery products in association with the farmers to excite the consumers. So our vision is to be a global unicorn brand, bringing the goodness of jaggery through multiple products, offering healthy alternatives to sweet consumptions, while developing a sustainable source of a jaggery from other smart agriculture choices through R&D and technology, at the same time empowering local farmers to engage in conscious cultivation. Our mission is to be a multinational pioneer in jaggery-based product line, leader in R&D and innovation for sustainable ways of jaggery extraction from other agriculture sources, and developing an ecosystem for training farmers to engage in natural and sustainable methods of cultivation for better crop yield and sustainable future of farmers. So whatever I have talked till now, I'll just summarize. I will just try to explain with this slide, like our business model. Now, there are two organizations working in parallel, Vijendra Research Center and PureMe Organics. So there is a group of farmers associated with this Vijendra Research Center. So whatever training, like regarding standardization, regarding quality assurance, we are giving it to farmers through Vijendra Research Center. And we are also in a process of forming an FPO. So whatever raw material we make with our standardized technique, we are procuring it at PureMe Organics. Again, whatever primary value addition we want, we are getting it done from the farmers at the farm gates, and then we are procuring it at PureMe Organics Private Limited, where we are using our advanced technology to produce our innovative range of products, and then products will go for sales and distribution. Now, we call our business model as sustainable business model because we are empowering farmers not only in technical terms through Vijendra Research Center, but also with financial respect by making them partners in profit sharing. So these are our products in market. Now the products in the first row and the products in second row. If you can see this jaggery powder jar, it's a normal jaggery powder which you get everywhere, but this is like powder which we have made with our standardized technology. And this is jaggery cube jar, which was idea of a farmer, like let's get into cubes, smaller cubes of 5 grams, 7 grams, 50 grams. So we are not only procuring material from farmers, we are also giving this marketing platform to the farmer. Like farmers can come to us with their idea, like let's have these products, will you market our products? So we are giving that platform also to the farmers. So these are like very raw products. And now these are the products which we are doing value addition in terms of smart packaging, in terms of its nutritional value. For example, if this powder jar of 1 kilo is going for 200 rupees per kg, this our box is going for like almost 1000 rupees per kg. So what we are doing, we are bringing jaggery also in smart packaging options. consumer at the end wants convenience. So we are trying to give convenience to the consumer in terms of smart packaging. So this is our product in smart packaging. Also, this is like for liquid jaggery, again smart packaging. And these two products are like value addition in terms of its nutritional aspect. For example, jaggery and peanuts, like our grandparents used to have it every time after their lunch or dinner, because the combination helps to keep your bones healthy, to have your hemoglobin in control. So these days we do not have time to have these peanuts and jaggery after lunch or dinner. So that is why we have got this as a bread spread form, like combination of jaggery and peanuts. And this is for like kids who like in chocolate form, so that they can maintain their health, as well as we can continue our traditional view. So we call our items as like traditional combination as a modern breakfast item. So again, these are our value added products, and this is our upcoming range of our products which will be into market in next 2 months. These are also value added products. For example, we are coming up with Jaggery tea and Jaggery coffee premixes, like instant premixes. Then we are coating the nuts with Jaggery. Then low calorie Jaggery powder by adding some natural additives. Then Jaggery protein bars. Then the liquid Jaggery. I don't know if it is consumed in southern part of India. In Maharashtra, we call it as kakvi, and it is consumed, in every house. So we are just fortifying this liquid jaggery with vitamins, and then we are bringing it into drops form. And flavored sugarcane sticks, like we have a technology where we have dehydrated sugarcane sticks. So like in cities, it is really difficult to find sugarcane, like in metropolitan cities. So our product, like if they have our product and they put it into water, like for like 3 minutes, that dehydrated sugarcane stick will test like the normal sugarcane. It will restore its texture and restore its taste like 75%. So this is our product, and these products will be into market in next 2 months. So our competitive advantages are, we already have global users for Jaggery. So it will be easy for us for export and international launch. Then with our R&D, we are continuously coming up with innovative range of product. We have GI certification for credibility. Then our research and development team is continuously working on how we can bring changes or some smart techniques in sugarcane cultivation, or some sustainable crop cultivation. And at the same time, we are working on farmers training, empowerment, and sustainability to create a sustainable supply chain for PureMe. Now, as I mentioned previously also, whether sugarcane is a really sustainable crop. So instead of thinking on this aspect, like 20 years after, we have started working on it from now itself. And we wish to connect with the farmers throughout India through this platform, like whoever are into palm jaggery or coconut jaggery or date jaggery, beetroot jaggery, sweet sorghum jaggery. So these options, in addition to connecting with these farmers, jaggery farmers, we also want to give this as an option to our farmers. Like side by side, if they can start with like sorghum cultivation and produce jaggery with the sorghum, that would really help us in coming future. So in total, we are working towards a sustainable impact, like social impact, economic impact, health impact, and environmental impact. Social impact, because we are trying to give sustainable cash crop for dryland farmers, and we are working for farmers empowerment through our startup. Economic impact, in replacement of sugarcane, we are planning to give sorghum as a low investment cash crop in less time. Then health impact, we are giving healthy sweetener with essential nutrition, low carbon and low water footprint product. And we are reducing carbon footprints and water footprints in upcoming future when we are giving replacements to sugarcane jaggery. So towards in together, we are walking towards a sustainable future. This is our team, and we are, as sir said, we are supported by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. We are also supported by Ministry of Food Processing, as we are working on one district, one product. And yes, So through this platform, sir, I would like to connect with the startups who are coming with some innovation in Jaggery products. Like our R&D team is continuously working on it, but if someone has any technology, some student or some student startups, they have some innovation in Jaggery products, we wish to connect with those startups, and also with the farmers if they want any of our technology in standardizing the process, and also with the farmers who are into palm jaggery, date jaggery, coconut jaggery. We wish to connect to those farmers, sir. So we don't want to restrict ourselves only to Kolhapur district. We wish to spread all over India, where we can connect with more jaggery farmers, and we can value add to the jaggery to bring farmers in the mainstream economy. Also, as you said in your introduction, like supporting farmers with the marketing is only going to help doubling the farmers income, and that is why we also want to support farmers throughout the India by giving our marketing platform, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, your mic is muted, sir. Sir, please unmute your mic, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much, Dr. Sharmilee Pratap Mani, for your very wonderful talk.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Manish, do you have any feedback or any queries from the participants? You can come out. You can come out. Then.
Okay, sir.
You can come out from the presentation mode. Mr. Manish, you can. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharmilee Mani. It is a very important presentation for the benefit of everybody in the value chain.
Thank you,
You
sir.
said, I'm very happy to hear from you that you are ready to work for the entire India, for
Yes,
all
sir.
the Jaggery producing farmers.
Yes, sir.
And after my first, understanding of you, maybe about 6 to 7 months back, by Mr. Sendil Kumar,
Yes,
and
sir.
we have been interacting. And also, I was able to visit your institution in
Yes,
the
sir.
month of June,
Yes, sir.
and I was quite impressed by, as an young entrepreneur, you are able to build up in such an institution with the future focus.
Yes, sir.
From the the strength of the past and the potentials of the present, you are taking
Yes, sir.
this value chain with the future focus, and I'm very happy
Yes, sir.
about it. With your vast experience of born and brought up in an rural family with a focus through education,
Yes,
and
sir.
I was very happy to even to tell to the audience that Kagal institutions, education institution, has become a very premier institution in the state of Maharashtra, in the district of Kholapur, and it has the the area name Kagal. That is
Yes,
more
sir.
important. That,
Yes, sir.
and it also has, this place has got relations to our Swaji dynasty, and that is very important to get inspiration. So today, empowering the rural farmers by co-creating value-added products, you brought out a lot of importance, attracting the rural youths, and also the farmers were involved cultivating jaggery, whether it is a coconut jaggery
Yes,
or
sir.
palmyra jaggery, or there's sugarcane jaggery, to get into the various aspects that which you talked about it. I'm very happy about that. And
Yes, sir.
you talked about it, that the that this is that after talking to you, after interacting with you, even from the university, we have created a Shobhit University Jaggery Informatics Network Value Chain,
Great.
and with you as one of the prominent members. That, so
Okay.
and I also would like to quote that what our Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Sanjeev Balyan, in his parliamentary constituency, our university lies, and he used to visit, and he has got a good relationship with the university. And in his speech on July 27, 2020, he talked about it, that he comes from a district which has got Jaggery as the one district, one product.
Okay.
And in that conference, he said it that, we have to have a business plan for Jaggery.
Right. Right.
And we have to have a sustainable, approach, sustainable future for Jaggery, because Western UP, like what you said it in Maharashtra, Western UP is a sugarcane producing
Right.
area.
Right.
So
True.
you say that if with that's what he said it, that Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology and Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, can't you have a business model for
Yes,
Jaggery
sir.
producing farmers? That,
Right, sir.
and you have ICR is producing a lot of varieties for production
Right.
stage. After producing,
Right.
what do we do? That we have to take
Right,
it as
sir.
a raw material. And today you are able to come out with a lot of products which you brought it
Right,
out
sir.
effectively, and this
Right,
is
sir.
very important. And let me, and so many products, like I purposely quoted coconut value chain, the
Right.
same thing. And I also felt it in your presentation. You mentioned that we are providing the profit from the share to the farmer. You are transferring.
Farmers. Right, sir.
And none of the agriculture commodities have got this feature. Traders, the middleman, eat away,
Right. Right, sir.
except the dairy value chain, thanks to
Right.
Dr. Kurian. Even there also, that 17 rupees per liter goes to the middleman,
Right.
and the retailer who gives the dairy packet from his shop to the farmer, he gets more than 10 rupees.
Right, sir.
And his job is to have a shop, and he receives the dairy cotton, and he distributes to the identified consumers. And dairy perishable commodity, that's why one of our prominent speakers in this national webinar series, he talked about it, that why in this country are not adopting dairy value chain for our perishable commodities or for other
Right.
agriculture commodities, even
Right.
even which we have experimented, which is operational in this country for the last more than 50 years. And even then, dairy is covering only 33% under the Amul pattern.
Right.
67% are in the daily Dudwala category. It is a 3 to 4 lakhs crores business, which is unorganized. And this gives money in the morning and evening to the dairy farmers, sustainable income. But those
Right.
dairy animals don't get feed in the morning and evening like a public distribution system, which we get it, government gives to rice and wheat and dal on festivals. But when the cyclone times or drought times or rainy season, the animals don't get their fodder, but they give milk in the morning and evening. So
Right.
that's why I purposefully mentioned that commercial processing of fodder is a game changer in dairy industry.
Right.
We have
Right.
to have a nutritious fodder for the animal,
True.
and it should be delivered at the doorsteps in the morning and evening as a public distribution system through the fair price shop to the people which we get it.
Right.
And that is an important thing. And Jaggery, and this you have brought it out, a very important case study. That's why in the title, even though I know that you've done wonderful thing in geography, I purposely put the title an AgriTechpreneur perspective, because you have not come from the tail end. You have come from with a vast experience, bioprocess technology, research studies, and you have
Yes.
interacted with, you have gone abroad for your research work, Australia, where you brought out a very important grassroots level realization.
Right.
You have done a research with the farmers who know technology adoption, who has been adopting
True.
technology,
True, sir.
and they consider farming as a industry, as a
Industry.
business, as a
Right.
corporate business. But you also said it, Indian farmers are having skills and farming systems. but their understanding of technology is it's it's a challenge.
Yeah, they're not
It is,
ready, sir.
and then fine, it is the institutional setup has to be made available.
Right, very
And
true.
I put the blame on that. What are we, the members of the Legislative Assembly and members of the Parliament are doing? They are the people's representative. And the
Right,
Panchayat level ward members, they are the public representative elected
right,
by those people. And they are not ready to bring the technology to the common man.
right,
They
sir.
put the blame on for government officials. Government officials are working for 10 to 5 and for their pension and family pension. They don't have agriculture, land. Many of the people, they don't have even land to plow. Even
Right, sir.
many agriculture officers may not even have land to plow.
Yes,
And
sir.
what interest will they have it? If a rural India has to smile and shine and roar, if and only if the people's representative are ready to walk with barefoot to the common man in rural India. Because they say that you adopt this technology, first of all, they should know. They should
Right.
understand Indian economy properly. They should understand technology properly. And if they take it, the farmers will adopt the technology very easily. Because
True,
they
sir.
vote them and they don't go
Yes, sir.
back. They talk about something else. So, and I'm also very much impacted by your one that you transfer profit to the farmers.
Yes,
And
sir.
recently I quoted, it is also referred in one of the talk in the Spices Informatics Network Value Chain by Dr. Professor Bitter. He is no more with us. And he was the former director of Indian Institute of Spice Research. He said it, that when view of these problems, the government of Kerala has come out with an act
Okay.
that how to get the net value, the consumer from the retail price, how to transfer a portion of the profit to the producer so that
Right.
he will continue to produce it. And with the technology, many of the intermediaries, the dalals, can be removed. And this is one of the things, and I'm also very happy that you said it, and that's a reason only in the university we have created a Jaggery value chain, informatics network value chain.
Great.
And with we had a talk by an egg entrepreneur like you, Madam Thanalakshmi Arun. She has an 80 hectares of coffee plantation,
Coffee plantation.
farm at Medikari district in Karnataka. In
Yes,
one
sir.
of the discussions, she told that we have an issue and we have a problem on getting water, problem of getting in energy, problem of getting in labor, and then problem of getting manure. Then that the thing is that people have to live in high altitude, hills, mountain, forest, and then December to March, this is the cherries has to be plucked, and we don't have a market. And there is no, and it is coffee, value chain is anybody's business, but you and me enjoy coffee in sitting in a restaurant for the price fixed by the restaurant people,
True.
and we don't get price.
Right.
And if there is a disease, coffee plantation, we have to burn the tree. The tree can give profits for 50 years, 55 years. If the disease come, and we have to burn the tree. And that is the surveillance system we have it. Professor Moni, how you can facilitate. I told them that adopt the recommendation of the Doubling Farmers Income Committee report on digital technology in agriculture to smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming, and smart hill agriculture. It's very important. And then bring technology and create as stakeholders one. And then during the COVID situation, she's being an engineering graduate and MBA, worked in multinational companies, head of some of the divisions in India for a British food company. She said that we produce coffee beans. Why can't they do products and value-added products from D2C, direct to consumer. That is Tokeni Coffee. And I hosted her talk, and with the intention that Ethiopia is the number one in the world to produce quality beans, but they don't get the price. French companies are getting it. European companies are getting it. And then one national university from Ethiopia are signing MOU with the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology to establish Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, to launch MTech in Agricultural Informatics and BGD Diploma in Agricultural Informatics for the students of Ethiopia. So having coffee production is a major commodity, high quality, and if this coffee startup from India as a coffee plantation owner, if this coffee startup is tied up through Shobhit University to the Juma University in Ethiopia, and we can establish transfer technology and startup proliferation in the state of Ethiopia, international technology transfer, and that's how it's being worked on. And same thing, you also said it that, and with your vast education, industry backup, and research and development, and worked with the farmers, and your research work has made the Curtin University in Australia to have a research grant based on your research work. That is, it is great to your research work, and as an Indian, and India is proud of you for your research work, has done it in Australia, and rather than staying over there, you have come back to the city of Jaggery, and you started helping the farmers. That is a real Indian spirit, son of the soil. How to make Indian farmer richest in the world. That's what I have been always saying. That the reason for why I conduct this national webinar series every day, every week. I was part of the committee as the members of 2 volumes, and as a member, as a former Director General National Informatics Center, a man who brought technology from the bottom up from 1987. Why I should keep quiet? I have an internet. I have an university platform. Being a Professor Emeritus, Centers of Excellence, the COVID situation has given me a fantastic opportunity to talk to integrate with the rest of the world. And today it is an 87th edition. Whether government of India is talking about doubling farmers' income by 2022 or not, and as a member of the committee, and as the farmer technocrat of the country, and also the Professor Emeritus of this university, now we are conducting the national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, how to bring in technology. One is agriculture technology, another is digital technology, and every Thursday, this webinar series, and Saturday, international webinar series on open source digital technology for self-reliant India. That also, by last week, we completed 86th edition in association with African Asian Rural Development Organization, which has got 33 member. It is a 33 member country, 16 from Africa and 15 from Asia. 2 are, invited members. That, and the technology which is being talked about in this webinar series get automatically conveyed to the members of the Orlo country. And they are also going to sign an MOU with the university to formally work with them. They are very great. There's an international institute organization have joined with the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology. And it is very important that I will request you that with your educational institutions, and we have 4 centers of excellence to bring in technology to the rural area. How with your collaborative efforts with your YD Mane Research Center of Agriculture and Rural Development, and and the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, let us join together to promote agricultural informatics as a discipline for rural students. Retrain all BSc agriculture graduates, engineering graduates, postgraduate students in MTech in agricultural informatics, MBA in agribusiness management. One district, one product we needed to have. That's why this university is working on one digitalized blockchain enabled value chain for one commodity 1 district, 753 districts, about 400 agriculture commodities and fisheries and livestock. Why can't we have it? Why can't we create? That's why we are working with the mission of facilitating, helping one agro-tech or agri-tech company, startup in every gram panchayat to help 14.5 operational holders. That is very important. And to strategically operationalize 7 mission mode programs as suggested by the Doubling Farmers Income Committee report. The report is with the government of India since September 2018. Now
Yes,
we
sir.
have 170 webinars. We're talking about this technology for rural India to shine, smile, and not only that, roar. This is an article which you wrote it in 2004 on e-governance magazine. Not only shining and smile, I said that roar, and I'm very happy to know that today in new parliament building, our Sarnath lions, Ashoka pillar lions, is having with a roaring face. I'm very happy about that. And this is an important thing, that backward and forward chain. Your study of talking to 10 villages, 120 farmers, and then talking to 2,000 local consumers, that how they would like to consume Jaggery, in what format. And this only can be done by a researcher, a designer, a developer who runs an educational institution, who are, and then developing the that village. It became a town, and it has become a city now.
Yes, sir.
And that is the contribution. And then it is no surprise that Dr. Sharmilee Mane has undertaken this step. Otherwise, normally PhD students, they do that. They don't even put their research papers back to the people with whom they had interaction. Tell them that this is my research, understanding. I'm bringing back the technology to you. Why don't you do that?
Yes, sir.
And our educational institutions are making the research, there is no backward journey. It's only forward journey for the researcher. But you have done wonderful thing with respect to this is concerned. And
Yes,
the
sir.
next one I felt very happy is that the you would like to help the Jaggery farmers, Jaggery cultivators throughout India,
Yes, sir.
with your startup as a mentor.
Yes, sir.
And this will be feasible and possible and can be facilitated. But you joining with the Jaggery network value chain, as promoted by the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, by training the rural youths and the farmers appropriately throughout India, not only
Yes,
in
sir.
India, in and out, even farmers from Africa, wherever
Yes.
that coconut, Jaggery, coconut, sugarcane, and palmyra trees are available, and also Jaggery from the other plants, which is possible.
Yes, sir.
And there are also plant food startups are taking place that, and how to bring in that wagon Jaggery that
Yes,
is
sir.
coming from the plant producers, how to get it. That's
Yes,
very
sir.
important, that today your topic is brought out that important opportunities to us that. And
Yes.
then you also said it very nicely that Indian farmers, they have a very good farming skills, but they have to be given technology. That's why
Yes.
this training programs, these 4 centers of excellence, which we have initiated, this is the first university in the whole world to have a Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, and also to promote e-governance informatics through standards, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Application, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application to train CEOs of 63 million SMEs in the country.
Yes,
And
sir.
also, I talked about that health data, analysis, health informatics. Take the biology students from +2 and BSc, train them on health data using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain technology and GIS technology. And if this is done with the layers of this data, as of now, it is vertical. And if it is put it on a village and a location specific, then hereafter, whatever may be the the seriousness of any pandemic situation, lockdown need not be there. Only the particular people who are affected by such viruses only have to be locked down.
Yes.
So that is very important. As I rightly said it, and I'm very happy to have talk from from a person, a scholar from an institution which runs 27 educational institution from KG to kindergarten to post graduation, helping
Yes.
20,000 underprivileged communities.
Yes, sir.
And integrating with the farmers is your mission. And also
Yes, sir.
Jaggery value chain is very important.
Yes.
And they also looked into the the problems and solutions and worked out backward and forward linkages. And you are also ready to give that percentage of share share from the net profit. That is very important. And in your talk,
Yes.
you brought out competitive advantage. And Jaggery has to have a sustainable future.
Yes,
My
sir.
request will be that you also add one slide
Okay,
that
sir.
how your activities can fulfill some of the sustainable development goals 1 to 17.
Okay.
You can say that your activities from Kholapur is fulfilling SDG goal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that up to 17. Because such
Yes,
type
sir.
of work which we do at the grassroots level has to be reflected, has to be looked to by United Nations organization dealing with the sustainable development goals. And they
Yes, sir.
should pick up as a pilot project, pilot case study to be propagated throughout the world. It is my interest, and please take it up. And
Yes, sir.
my
Sure.
request is that please join with the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology through a memorandum of understanding. Jointly, we will undertake capacity building, competency building, skilling, reskilling, upskilling, and entrepreneurship development of the rural boys and girls
Yes,
through
sir.
the digital technology in agriculture and value chain development appropriately, and also network all the Jaggery producers, either through sugarcane or through coconut or through palbara, and try to and integrate with the global value chain. They have to be whether an international, our Indian, India itself is a very big market.
Yes, sir.
It has got about more than 29 countries vast within India. And what is being produced in Kholapur, it doesn't reach Delhi.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't reach northeastern region. Doesn't east other other parts of India. That is true with many states are producing. That with the local capabilities, we have GI tag. And with the GI tag, it is the responsibility of the state governments to establish their regional offices in all state headquarters. And I'm very happy that only government of Himachal Pradesh and erstwhile government of Jammu Kashmir used to set up state level offices to promote their apples. And none other states used to set up their offices to trade with other states of India by establishing their own commercial centers. And this is very important, and this is Jaggery has to be there. And now I would like to list it out. There was a recommendation from the Honorable Minister, Union Minister of State, that Jaggery has to have a business plan that
Yes,
has to
sir.
have an international, national, trade that has to be strengthened and promoted. And that is an important thing. And I think which you have shown the way, and since the university is lying in the parliamentary constituency of where the minister is coming from, and this will be an important developmental aspect. Second one is that we will strengthen the Jaggery value chain network,
Yes, sir.
networking with all the stakeholders associated with the Jaggery production and integrate with the Jaggery value chain globally. That
Yes, sir.
also is the Center for Excellence in Jaggery value chain, which we would like to establish in the university in association with the your startup, and that is a very important thing. And it is also, launch and postgraduate and graduate diploma, to train the people on this aspect that.
Yes, sir.
And this is also is very important. And I would like to hear from you, and then we will close the webinar. Over to you, Dr. Sharmilee.
Yes, sir. I mean, whatever you suggested after talk, I will definitely work on your suggestions, like sustainable development goals and connecting with Shobhit University for the development of farmers and also for the rural students. And I guess whatever initiative you are running, like national webinar series or international series, it's a great platform. As I said earlier also, I mean, Indian farmers, they have skill, they have the farming knowledge, but they do not have the technology. Through your talks, they will get to know about the technology. Like, okay, we need to contact this person that can benefit us. So it's really a great platform, and towards doubling the farmers' income. And I'm really glad to be part of this series, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. And do you have anybody from your institutions who would like to come and talk? Are they?
I'm not sure, sir. I had shared this link, but I'm not sure, sir. I mean, if
anybody is there, if they would like to come and talk, it will be very nice. We'll wait. Can you talk to them? They can link. Because I was quite impressed. I was quite impressed. You talked about there are about how that Kholapur is connected with at least minimum that this many commodities: sugarcane,
yes, sir,
coconut,
yes, sir,
and turmeric,
rice
and
is there.
paddy and mango.
Yes, sir.
I think this with your institutes and with YD Mane Research Center on Agriculture Rural Development, this 5 commodities value chain we should be in a position to establish.
Okay.
Because mango value chain and turmeric value chain, I was invited by the group of experts to write a chapter which is going to come on spices at 75. It's a chapter 47 on spices informatic network value chain for stakeholders. So I have written chapter which is now on review, editor's review, and there I have even attached the list of the districts which have been identified for spices under one district, one product scheme. There are 111 districts have been identified for spices commodities. And whereas Maharashtra also has got such a spices district, one product. And we'll be very happy that, at least turmeric from Maharashtra, from Kholapur, will be in a position to establish spices informatics network value chain, turmeric.
Okay.
And it is very important that turmeric is now during the COVID situation, and its exports have increased like anything.
Right.
People from other parts of the world have understood, and India traditionally we use turmeric in our daily consumption.
Right.
And even Kerala has come out with their milk federation has come out with turmeric mixed milk that is called golden milk, based on the technology produced by the Indian Institute of Spices Research. during this COVID situation. So a lot of things can be done, bringing in stakeholders from scientific and turmeric, agri-tech and agro-tech. It's very important. So this is an important talk today. And as you rightly said it, that even before that there were 4 or 5 talks in this area, which I also would like to once again. One is that role of agriculture cooperative societies
Yes.
and e-governance, and maybe you can look into it in your own district, that
Yes,
how
sir.
many agriculture cooperative societies are there. Maharashtra is strong in that.
Yes,
And
sir.
I have been promoting that how to bring a value chain for each cooperative society.
Okay.
Because today, what is a cooperative society? What is the nature? They get credit, they provide loans to the farmer, and then the loans are getting waived.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody is bothered about it. Has got 1,000 members. They produce agriculture commodity. Whether they are producing agriculture commodity based on good agriculture practices or not, and whether they are in a position to sell it, whether it's a part of the value chain or not, the cooperative societies are not bothered about it. They want loan to be given and to waive the loan. Some of the cooperatives or farmer producer organizations are doing wonders, like the micro, small marginal farmers who are producing grapes. They formed a farmer producer organization. They export
Right.
now 5,000 marginal grape producers. And that's I have been voicing and talking that all the agricultural cooperative societies have to have a cooperative. This committee also talks about it, networking of cooperative societies and the digitalization of cooperative societies, and also to bring in a value chain for all the corporate farmers associated with the cooperative society to become a value chain in association with one startup with every cooperative society, so that farmers need not run from pillar to post.
Right.
We have 1 lakh primary agriculture cooperative societies and 22,000 primary fisher cooperative societies and 1.5 lakh dairy cooperative society. So when I raised this one, that the Secretary of Fisheries said that, Professor Moni, why don't you give a primary fisher cooperative society business plan?
Yes.
So that if the society has a business plan, then there can be an investor who can come and invest for the next 5 years. So with that 1,000 farmers as a member, and what they can produce, how they can process it, how it can go as a branded product. So cooperative society is no more a cooperative loan facilitator and then waiving of loan. It has to be a value chain producer. Along with the cooperative society, I have been proposing this 1 lakh primary agriculture cooperative society and 22,000 primary fisher cooperative society and 1.5 lakh dairy cooperative society are to have one startup, agro-tech or agri-tech, associated with that. So my request will be that in the district of Kholapur, in the Kagal town, that you can study if any agriculture, primary agriculture cooperative society or a primary fisher cooperative society, or we can work out, bring out a business plan.
Okay.
We would like to have one pilot project in every state on primary fisher cooperative society.
Okay.
So this will be a very important thing, that business plan for a primary fisher cooperative society, primary agriculture cooperative society, and so on and so forth. And this will be a big wave. And then in the spices startup in the district, I will also send you the copy. You can see that whether the Kholapur district, since you said it spices turmeric, then whether we'll be in a push to have a turmeric startup in the district of Kholapur associated with your institution.
Yes, sir.
And this is very important. And then another very important talk, which was governed by the professor from Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. He also talked about farmers collective with value addition. Today you talked about it, for empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products. So they also talked about it. And then very important, another talk by when Mr. Very important talk is by gentleman, he talked about that once again in this co-creation. Just 1 minute, let me. This is. Untapped potential for growth, co-create solutions to realize gains for farms, households, and communities, by Mr. Amit Kumar Singh. And he's a President, Advocacy and Entrepreneurship Development, ICART Fintech Private Limited, Mumbai. And they have brought out a solution to interface with the small SMEs who deal with agricultural commodities in a traditional manner, and with the agriculture producers, small and marginal farmers, smallholder agriculture, and small and marginal SMEs who deal with agriculture commodities, agriculture market, agriculture trading, agriculture business. And this ICART, AYE, ICART Fintech Solutions, and he worked with an international organization on working with how to co-create solutions to realize gains for farms and household who are dealing with farms and communities in general. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is very important. And then another one talk by Dr. Sumit Parikh, which I have introduced you to him when I visited your institution.
Right, sir.
And he talked about village e-commerce, how Alibaba Group in China, before, they started their Alibaba Group through village e-commerce. What is being produced in village is processed through the village e-commerce store. And that is that village e-commerce, and it started from Japan and then China. There in Japan, one village, one product. And then China, village e-commerce. And now in India, one district, one product. And what is needed is that what is adopted by Japan in 1971, because they started in 1971, the realization of World War II, they say that afterwards they have seen only the corporate business, corporate culture in Japan. So they say that how to promote village products. They started in 1971, one village, one product, OVOP. But it took so many decades to get into India, one district, one product. Even before that, India was doing village e-commerce, that barter system. So this is very important. We have to get back to village e-commerce, and
Yes, sir.
people like you and people like, your institution and the institution like Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology will be in a position to, network. And our interest is to have one digitalized value chain for one commodity per district in the country by
Yes, sir.
training appropriate people at the appropriate level, either through MBA in agribusiness management or BG
Yes, sir.
diploma in agribusiness management or diploma in agribusiness management and agricultural informatics. That is very important, and that's how that today your talk is very focused.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much for delivering
Thank
this
you,
talk and empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I thank all the participants and Honorable Vice Chancellor, and faculty members for facilitating the weekly webinar series on National Webinar Series on Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022. And we'll meet next week at the same time, 11 a.m. for another edition of the National Webinar Series on Doubling Farmers' income by 2022. We'll have the talk on food value chain by Mr. Umesh Kample from Maharashtra, Mumbai. Thank you very much. Thank you.